Okay, so hi guys, this is Alexander Hamilton. I am a teacher. Cryptocurrencies have always fascinated me since 2017 when I got interested in the technology behind cryptocurrencies. And I always thought about being a crypto teacher online and maybe just giving you the basics of what cryptocurrencies are and try to help user adoption. The first thing I want to point out is that Bitcoin is not the same as blockchain. Bitcoin is a digital coin, and blockchain is the technology that runs behind and makes Bitcoin work as a digital coin. So, Bitcoin intends to solve a special problem, which is money transfer. And I want to point out that it is very important for me because I live in Venezuela. It's a third world country, and we're not on ways of developing. On the contrary, we're going into more chaos. So, I feel that the power blockchain in Bitcoin is amazing and it can help a lot the people in third world countries like mine. I just want to give you some examples. Dan was a teacher of mine in the United States. He's living there in California. And he wants to transfer some money to a known person in Venezuela. He used to live in Venezuela and now he's over there in the United States. And he wants to transfer some money to Maria. But let me explain something. This is impossible. You can't, with the regular means, with your American bank account, send dollars, transfer them to a Venezuelan bank account. This is impossible. But let's imagine a fairy tale world where this could be possible, transferring money internationally from the United States to Venezuela. Basically, Dan, to send the dollars over to Maria in Venezuela, has to first contact the bank and almost like ask for permission. Second, he has to pay for the transfer, a fee. And third, he has to wait at least 3 business days. Sometimes it takes as long as 5 business days. I've heard of people that have to wait even weeks to have a transfer get done by the bank. So what does Bitcoin's blockchain tend to solve? He wants to make it peer-to-peer, he wants to make it cheaper, and it wants to make it faster. So that's the problem that Bitcoin and its blockchain intends to solve. No trusted party, no bank, no fee, or a fee that is very, very cheap and very fast. So how does the blockchain address this money transfer problem? Basically with what they call an open ledger. An open ledger is like a public database where everybody can see the transactions. So for example, once upon a time, Dan had $20 and Dan decided to transfer Maria $10. And you can see this transaction, okay? Everybody. It's an open ledger. It's an open database. And for example, then Maria transfers from the $10 that she has, she transfers $3 over to Mike. And Mike is in I don't know, Jamaica. And Mike decides to send $1 over to Xinping in China. So we can see that Dan had $20, he transferred 10 to Maria in Venezuela, then Maria transferred $3 to Mike in Jamaica, and we saw that Mike transferred $1 to the president of China. This is all possible. We can all see the chain of transactions right there, okay? And if suddenly, for example, Dan in the United States wants to transfer $15 afterwards to the president of China, we can all see that his first transaction was that he had 20 and he sent $10 over to Maria in Venezuela. So it's impossible that he has $15 over to send to China. So since it's public, we can all see how it's happening. So it's a chain of transactions which is open and public for everybody to see. Everybody can see where the money is, how much money everybody has, and everyone can decide if a transaction is valid or not. So, we understand what the concept of an open ledger is, correct? Now, we have to add a new word to it. It's a distributed open ledger. What does this mean? Basically that everybody has access to this open ledger. Everybody can access and read the database, see the chains of transactions, observe how much money is in each wallet. We cannot really know who owns the wallet, but we can see how much money there is in the whole system. But a new problem arises, which is how do we synchronize all the databases, all the distributed ledgers? There are distributed ledgers all over the place. Everybody's trying to use Bitcoin. So how do we synchronize this? We use miners. So what will the miners do? Basically, they will compete to validate and publish transactions on the blockchain and distribute them throughout the network. So what does this mean? That if a miner finds the key to validate a transaction, he gets rewarded with Bitcoin. And that's his incentive. So how do they invest? They invest computational power. There's a bunch of mining networks around the globe with computers processing and servers processing information of all the Bitcoin transactions, and the ones who get the key of each transaction, they make it public, and they get rewarded with Bitcoin. So the economic incentives that the miners have just ensures that we all collectively agree on what the official ledger is. So let's review the most important concepts of Bitcoin and its blockchain. It's that it's open. Everybody can see it. It's borderless. There are no nationality problems. It's censorship resistant. Governments and agencies and banks cannot intervene in this network. It's distributed. Everybody has a copy. Everybody can see it. It's public. So I hope you guys liked today's lesson on what is Bitcoin and the technology blockchain behind it and how it works. I try to make it easy so you guys understand what is it about and how it works. And I'm going to try to do another one about Ethereum for the next episode as well. So I hope you guys enjoy it. See you next time. Oh, and I want to say thank you to Michael of Box Mining. I want to say to Nicholas and Data Dash. I want to say to Andreas Atanopoulos and Crypto Daily. You guys have been my inspiration and the people that I usually observe to learn about what's happening in the cryptocurrency world. And see you guys soon. Bye.